Hey, what's happening everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit over rakeandprofit.com, coming back to you with another video. And in today's video, I want to share with you 10 ways that you can get free stuff to sell in your eBay business. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Steve. I quit my job working as a pizza delivery guy and serving tables at the Cracker Barrel over 7 years ago. Since then, I've sold hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of items on eBay. And when it comes to starting an eBay business, it's tough because for me at least, when I started, I was broke as a joke. I hardly had any money. Back then it was way easier because back then items were so much less expensive. You go to thrift stores and pick up things for 99 cents, $1, $2. Nowadays, thrift stores have gone through the roof. It's a lot harder. There's more competition. So when you start an eBay business, you've got to be smart, resourceful, and creative. So I want to share with you these 10 ways that you can find inventory practically for free. Most of these items are free. A couple of them might cost you a couple of dollars, but make sure to watch this video in full and hit that like button right now because I'm telling you, I'm gonna drop some knowledge that's gonna help to make you some money and make sure that you're successful. So let's get right into it. The first way that you get free stuff is by posting wanted ads or just looking through the free section on Nextdoor app, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, whatever local apps that you have in your area where people buy and sell stuff. Look on the free section or post wanted ads that say, hey, I'm looking for toys, I'm looking for clothing, I'm looking for books. We do that all the time. I've taught a lot of people to do that. And it's one of the easiest ways to get free inventory. And you might be thinking, who the heck's gonna give me items for free? I'm telling you, there's a lot of people who have a lot more money than time, and they don't wanna waste their time selling stuff. They're busy, they're making six figures, they're working corporate jobs, and they just wanna get rid of stuff. So a lot of times, on these websites, you can be on the lookout for curb alerts where people will say, hey, I put a TV or a bicycle on the curb, or hey, I've got a bunch of books that I'm giving away. So be on the lookout for Nextdoor app, Craigslist, Facebook, and really any of those buy or sell trade websites, because that's probably the easiest way to make your first $1,000 over the next month or two. The second way that you can get a bunch of free stuff, and this is probably one of the most lucrative and profitable ways to start without any money and to get your hands on really high quality inventory, is consignment. Now, what is consignment? Consignment is essentially selling other people's stuff for a cut. So you can reach out to your friends, to your family, just anybody you know and say, hey, I started up this eBay business. I'm looking to sell items on eBay. If you have any items laying around your house, which most people have around $3,000 to $5,000 worth of stuff, hey, I'll sell your item, I'll list it, I'll deal with everything, and I'll give you a cut. So most people do anywhere from 50 to 70%. So the least you'll make is maybe 30%, or just do a 50-50 split, which is what I recommend, because there's fees and there's different hidden costs and insertion fees, and you've got to account for returns, all different types of things. If you want to learn more about consignment, I'll make another video. But let everybody know, hey, I'm starting an eBay business. Find your own inventory at first, learn how to do it, and then reach out to everybody. And I'm telling you, you can find hundreds and hundreds of profitable items from people that you know who want to sell it, who don't want to do it, and you sell it for them and get a cut. The third and probably easiest way to get started with eBay and how to find a bunch of free stuff is just looking around your house, right? This kind of stems from consignment. You know how I mentioned the average person has $3,000 to $5,000 worth of stuff laying around their house? Well, you do too. It could be old VCRs, CD players, books, old vintage board games, clothing, shoes. Start looking items up. Literally pick up your phone, download the eBay app, and just start typing in the items that you have. You will be shocked at how many items are worth money, especially the old electronics. That could be old headphones, old iPods, any of that stuff. Look it all up because you might have a jackpot on your hands. The fourth way to get free stuff to jumpstart your eBay business and to really start, acquiring profitable inventory is to go to garage sales. But don't just go to garage sales in the beginning of the day. If you want to get free stuff, go at the end of the day. Start going around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, because what you're going to notice is a couple things. Number one, people will start putting their items on the curb that they don't want. They'll also start to put out boxes at the curb of free items. They'll just have a box that says free. And I actually picked up a whole bunch of items the other day at a garage sale. It was these magazines called Boys Life. Must have been 50 to 100 of them, plus a bunch of vintage crosswords that were never filled out. Most people think that's junk, but for me, that's probably gonna sell for 50 to 100 bucks on eBay. So just a small example, go to the garage sales at the end of the day. If you see that people have a bunch of stuff laying around, say, hey, you know, I'll take this off your hands, or offer them a couple bucks, because people don't want to drag it in, right? There's two types of people at garage sales. Number one, the people who are trying to make money, and number two, the people who just want to get rid of all their junk. So go at the end of the day, and that's one of the best ways to get a ton of inventory for your eBay business. Number 5, town-wide trash days. Now, I don't know what this is called in your town, but over here where I live, it's usually maybe once a quarter. They allow you to put out all the big items, right? So people are putting out mattresses, they're putting out furniture, they're putting out all types of huge items. And what happens is a lot of people end up just going into their cellar, their attic, their basement, and just getting rid of everything. And you would be shocked, literally shocked, at the amount of profits that you could find just on people's curbs by going and driving around and looking. If you got a pickup truck, I mean, you can make literally hundreds of thousands of dollars just in one day picking up all their stuff. Now, if you're into scrap and scrapping and junkyards and all that stuff, you could pick up all the metal and you know, some people will put out grills, and people will just put out all different types of items that you could you know, scrap at the junkyard. You know, I'm not big into doing that, but if you have a pickup truck, go on those days. You can make yourself a lot of money. Number 6, and this is going to be a dirty one. This is something I've done a couple of times. I have a few friends of mine who make an absolute killing doing this. And if you look this up on YouTube, you'll see all different types of videos about it. Now, it's called dumpster diving. I'll put up a video or a picture on the screen of some examples. But what you can do is you can go to retail stores, you can go to even thrift stores, you can go to all different types of places, any type of stores that have dumpsters. And yeah, you could open them up and go inside of them. Now, I'm gonna warn you, each town is gonna have different ordinances and rules around this. Some towns, you're allowed to do it. Other towns, you can literally get in trouble for trespassing. So, you know, look up your local ordinances and rules in your town. Don't get in trouble, because, you know, there's a good chance you could get in trouble. I've got friends of mine who the police have been called, and even some of them on YouTube where the police show up in the middle of the night. So try not to look like a sketch ball. But you'd be shocked at some of these stores like GameStop, for example. They'll throw out games that they can't sell. They'll throw out old consoles, all different types of things, right? Look up on YouTube dumpster dive and you will be shocked. So if you're a little crazy, if you don't mind getting dirty, check out some of the dumpsters. All right, the 7th way that you can find free inventory for your eBay/reselling business is going to auctions towards the end of the auction. Now, a couple things could happen here. Number 1, sometimes they'll just give away a bunch of stuff, right? At one of my local auctions, I don't know if this happens at all the auctions, but at the end of the night, some of the people just don't want this stuff and they give it away for free, or they have it's kind of like I don't know if it's a round robin or whatever you want to call it. They call it $5 tables. Sometimes they'll drop it to a $1 table. So at my auctions, they have these big tables kind of like in front of me, even bigger, with a whole bunch of stuff. And this is all the stuff that didn't sell during the auction, right? Kind of all the cheap stuff. But you'd be surprised. Sometimes you could pick a whole table up for free, $1, $5, and you could have 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 items that you could sell on your in your eBay business. So if you go to auctions, wait till the end of the night. Again, this might be different at all different auctions, but where I live in Connecticut, it's pretty cool. Now you gotta stay up late. A lot of times these things don't end till 11 or midnight, but definitely a great way to be able to acquire some free stuff or really cheap stuff for your eBay business. All right, so let's keep going. I'm gonna go into number 8, 9, and 10. Now these are, how can I say it? Some of these might not be as like 100% free. Other times it can be free, but you might be exchanging your time or a little bit of money. So I wanted to share these because I think these can be really helpful to the new eBay seller. So number 8 is gonna be house cleanouts. Now, if you're interested in making some money plus building your reselling business, what a lot of people do is they clean out houses. So it could be foreclosures, or it can just be people that are moving. And essentially what you do is you go and you clean out their house either for free or for a fee. And you also take all their stuff to the dumpster or just keep it yourself. I know a lot of people who do this. Again, this probably isn't going to be for everybody, but some people are willing to give you all their stuff for free if you clean out their house. Number 9 is thrift stores. I very rarely get stuff for free at thrift stores. I guess the closest that I would call free is like a fill a bag sale. So some days, you know, they used to do this at the Salvation Army. They don't do it anymore, but I hear of this happening in different places in the country, just based on the comments, they have different sales. You could fill up a bag or get a whole bunch of items for practically free. Or like what my buddy did the other day is he got a whole pallet of books. He did pay $90 for it, but he got close to 1,000 books. I mean, he got tons of books, maybe 500 books. I don't know exactly. But that's like practically free, right? That's like a nickel a book. So build relationships with your thrift stores, talk to the managers. Sometimes they'll give away stuff for free or just give you ridiculous deals. So I wanted to put that in there because there are opportunities to get a ton of inventory cheap. And then last but not least, number 10, storage auctions. Now, there's different websites you can go to be able to bid on auctions online, or there's, physical auctions where someone doesn't pay for their storage locker and what they do is they auction it off. You go in the physical form or online. I like doing it online, but sometimes you can get a whole storage locker for $5, right? Like a 50 square foot one. Other times you could pay $10 for 100, 200 square feet. Go online and look up storage locker auctions in your area. And sometimes you can get a ton of inventory, practically free. Now, be careful if there's mattresses and huge old outdated TVs and big things that you don't want to deal with because you have to clean that storage locker out. But definitely a really cool way to be able to get a bunch of inventory for free. So those are the 10 ways to get free stuff on eBay. You don't have to spend a ridiculous amount of money at thrift stores. You don't have to build a relationship with a wholesale supplier when you first get started. You don't have to build your own brand. You don't have to, frequent garage sales every weekend and waste your whole day. I love doing that, right? You don't have to go to flea markets, which is another tip. Sometimes you get items dirt cheap at flea markets. You can actually just get free stuff by going on, the various apps, consignment, selling stuff around your house, garage sales at the end of the day, the town-wide trash days where they're putting the big items on the curb, dumpster diving, auctions, house cleanouts, thrift stores at times, and storage auction sales. So if you enjoyed this video, do me a big favor and smash that like button. Show me some love. If there's anything that I missed, if there's any other ways that you find free inventory, do us a solid and drop a comment down below. If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.